Hey, hello everyone. I just want to jump on here and hopefully that will share this message and be able to get it out, because it's something that had been really stuck on me, and it's been it's a habit that we created as it's almost like a community that's being labeled into to a label, like a water bottle that will put the label on it, and you walk around and everything's stuck on you and all that. So, and this come down to living in a poverty and poor, and it's so sad, all these things that I've heard, and I've heard a lot during this lockdown, and after the lockdown, it's labeling our Pacific Island people. How can we help our Pacific Island people that living in the poverty and the poor people, and all those things, and it's been really struck into me that I was pretty much going up and thinking that we are poor, that there's other people that's better than me, there's other people that's richer, wealthy, and this is how I describe that, myself. I was thinking that somebody that have the nice car, somebody that have owned their house, and this is here, or somebody that have the highest job, that wear the suit and the tie, that's better than me. Those are the rich people, or somebody that have the nice car, live in the different areas. That's I was thinking that, wow, those are the people that's better than me, but I actually realized that, thinking back, after the lockdown, and you hear a lot of these things that coming, yeah, it's good, it's nice for you to not saying that, because you're living over there, you earn that much, or you work over there. But in reality is, for me personally, I'm not poor. I'm not like living in a poverty, and I didn't come from Pacific Island being, labeled that I'm poor. I think like my fault is I'm only being poor and be labeled and grow up that way if I believe into that. And this is why it's so sad to hear like this, because we're being labeled that we are, sometimes we are labeled ourselves, our own family label us that we are poor, we don't have money. We label us as if we have money, we are rich and wealthy, and we should be happy. You know what I mean? Like but I realized that I don't have to, I can still be happy who I am today. I can still be the richest and the wealthiest person without having any money, by me, doing the stuff that I love, and don't get me wrong, what I really struggle with is the mindset that our kids is now have, that I need to have money to be able to be called rich or happy, and it's been really sad to hear a lot of our teenagers that really chasing the money, and I'm not saying that money is not important, because it is another, that I talk about it the other week, because yes, we do need, the money is power, it's giving us the power, the energy to do things, to move around, but we don't have to move around, we don't have, I mean, for me, because I'm doing this, you know, we're running this business, because this is what I love doing. You know, I love helping people out. It doesn't mean that, you know, that I wanted to be the biggest name in the fitness industry, or I wanted to be the richest man in South Auckland. You know, it means that I'm doing what I love, and I'm making earnings from it, because this is what I love. You know, is helping people. You know, I could go down the road and hang out with some homeless person that, you know, for me, that's fulfilled my heart. You know, that's really does means a lot. You know, I don't have to go into Remuera or to make me feel rich, feel wealthy. You know, I can sit with somebody, a homeless person down the road, and talk about, you know, their life and what they're going through, and that makes me wealthy. That makes me happy, because in a way that person, you know, the thank you and also the appreciation that comes from that person, man, it really does means a lot. You know, we went out on the weekend, and after our dinner, we bring all the food that was left over and give it to the homeless person that was sitting on the side of the street. And appreciation that came out of that person, it was a lot more than somebody or teenagers that of your family, or somebody that you know, that you give that food, and they're probably looking at you, why are you giving me this food? And they left over, you know. I'm not eating leftover, do you know what I mean? And with this person, oh, thank you, brother, thank you, I really appreciate it. We walk down and then we walk back up, and again he keeps saying it. That was really, really nice, thank you very much, I really appreciate it. You know, and I feel like really, really happy, and I feel like I'm the richest man in the world, you know, because of this person that say it to me. You know, it really does fulfill my heart. So I guess that one of the messages that I wanted to share here is, why do we keep labeling ourselves, you know, we are poor, we're living in the poverty, but yet, you know, we still waste a lot of food, and we can't even go outside and play, you know, at the park, just running around and just be happy with the outdoor stuff that, you know, we think that, you know, with our kids, that we have to buy stuff for our kids to be happy. You know, we have to buy stuff, toys and all that sort of things, you know, even though we know we don't have money, or, you know, or buy clothes that we can't even afford it, you know, only because we wanted to please somebody, or even, you know, from the outside world, that, you know, you look healthy, you look wealthy, you know, you look rich, you know, and all that sort of thing. So it's, I guess that, don't get me wrong, you know, everyone's have different view, everyone have different opinions, and those are me, you know, those are me, you know. I just hate to hear these words of, oh, you know, we are Pacific Island, you know. Yeah, Pacific Islands comes from poor country, and, you know, living in the poverty and all that. I think that our mind can only be poverty. We can only be poverty if our mind is not, you know, if we label ourselves and believe in ourselves that we are poor, you know, and we are living in a poor part of the country, you know. You can live in Otawa and you can still be happy, you know. You can live in town and you can still be unhappy, you know. So you really have to think about it. What does that mean? And can you change that phrase of, like, you're Pacific Island, how can we help our Pacific Island as living in the poverty and they can't afford that, you know, and low income and all that sort of thing. So it's just really a label that will put it on you, and it's never gonna go away. And then you'll end up labeling your kids, your family, And everyone's going to believe that this is me. I'm poor, not wealthy, I'm not worth it, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm not meant to be happy. I'm hoping that will help you. Have a good one. See you later.